So what we see in front of us is one of my student channels from Isabel. She literally started this channel on the 17th of December and she applied for monetization around the 29th to 30th, somewhere there, but she only got approved yesterday, the 5th of January, which is insane. So this channel is literally under a month old, and if I show you this, she has been working with me for under a month now. She has started working with me on the 8th of December, which is absolutely insane, and today we'll cover all of that, like how exactly we got started, the whole process of getting started with this channel and all of that. But before that, let's actually have a look at the first video she posted on this channel. So wait, here it is. So the first video she posted, so you will see these are all like older videos in a different niche. So she kind of recycled a older channel. So let's have a look at the first video she posted in this niche. So the first video literally got almost no views in the first 4 days. And I can remember she was a little bit, how do you say it? Like she didn't know if it's actually going to work or not. But for the people who don't know, you need to give YouTube some time to let it do its thing. All right. So then day 4, still no views. Day 5 started and it started absolutely blowing up. Right. This video is still getting round about 7,000 views every 48 hours. And at this current stage, we can quickly have a look. This channel is getting 430,000 views every 48 hours. And we're now going to start daily posting, which is going to be absolutely insane. All right. So make sure to look at this whole video. We'll also upload a case study with her in a few days. So just subscribe now already and let's get into it. Now, just very quickly, this video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. I'm not a licensed advisor. No results or returns are guaranteed. Always do your own research and consult with a professional before making any financial decisions. Now, before we get into it, for the people who don't know me, I'm Steffen. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars with faceless YouTube channels. There at the back, you can also see 2 of my play buttons. And I've helped hundreds of other people do the same. For example, Isabel that I've just shown you. Then we've, for example, helped here Martins make $31,000 in one single month. Here, a different student, $12,000. A different student here, $24,000 in one single month. And if you're interested in working with me too and getting similar results, just check out the first link in the video description. Book a call with me personally. I'll be on the call. It's a completely free call and we'll have a look if you would be a good fit or not. And then we also have a completely free Skool community, which you can also join. Yeah. Okay, so with that being said, I would say let's get started. One more thing, I'll answer all questions that you guys have in the comments. So shoot all of your questions into the comments, and I would say let's get started with the first step, which would be choosing a niche. And throughout this video, I'll also explain a little bit more about, working with me. All right. So for example, here's step 1, choosing a niche. This is just as an example, something we completely do together, right? So you guys aren't just left alone with choosing a niche. I completely help you guys to choose the niche. All right. For example, here, the niche for Isabel, we completely chose that niche together. All right. So a niche, in easy words, is the topic you're going to post videos about, and there are multiple ways to find a good niche, but I will show you the homepage method today, which I'll show you guys in a bit. But before that, here are some important characteristics of a good niche. Just as an example, number 1, there are under 5 smaller channels creating content in this niche that are constantly getting more views than they have subscribers. This means there's high demand and low supply, which is one of the most important things when it comes to YouTube automation, right? Or YouTube in general. You have to see YouTube as a marketplace, and every single marketplace has demand and it has supply. Then there are no channels with over 100,000 subscribers. Very important, because it's going to be very difficult for you to compete against these big channels. Then there are no smaller channels failing. All right. Very important, because if they're like already thousands of small channels failing, what would make your channel special that you can actually succeed with YouTube? Then the niche is not older than 6 months. Yes, I can create better content than my competitors. This can also just be longer content, right? That's the same we did for Isabel. We literally just went ahead and created longer content. Then, am I actually interested in this niche? This is not a must as long as you build a team that actually has interest in the niche, okay? Then, is the niche monetizable? Very important. This is something, otherwise you're not going to make any money. And then must-have tool for niche research, which I highly recommend. I'll also link it in the video description with like a discount code, which is NextLev, which will help you to kind of do niche research. It's going to save you thousands and thousands of hours in the long run, all right? So let's actually quickly have a look at this niche research method. I'm just very quickly going to go over it. I've shown it so many times on my YouTube channel, but this is one of the most powerful ways of actually doing niche research, all right? So let me just open up a different account very quickly and show you guys how that whole thing would look like. And I'll also show you guys how to do the whole thing from scratch, all right? So just give me a second. By the way, all my videos are uncut. So if you don't like uncut videos, then just go away from my channel. So yeah, all right. So first thing you do is you open up a new YouTube account, all right? Like for example, this account here, and you can just literally name it niche research. But what I'm going to do now for you guys is I'm literally going to show you guys how this works in an incognito window and how to actually optimize your YouTube homepage to show you a bunch of faceless niches, all right? Exactly like I have it here. So firstly, what you do is you literally look up anything you're interested in. Like for example, the biggest houses, just as an example. Now this can be, no joke, anything you're interested in. Then you scroll down and something you look for are for faceless videos. Like for example, this one, we can see this video is faceless. This video here is faceless too. This video here is also faceless. All right. So then you just, then you just click on this video and you let this video play. While this video is playing, we can already subscribe to this channel. We can like this video just to show YouTube that we are actually interested in, you know, this kind of faceless content or in faceless content. And then we keep on going. So here's a different one. So we scroll down. Here's a different faceless video, which we can now again click on. Then we can see here's a bunch of, this is a faceless video. All right. So then we again, subscribe, like, comment, just to again show YouTube, we want to engage with these videos to show YouTube that this is content or this is faceless content I am personally interested in. And then YouTube will automatically show you more faceless content on your YouTube homepage. So for example, here, another one, boom. This is a big channel. Sometimes you find really small channels here as well. Like for example, this one, smaller channel, looks good. 38,000 subscribers, 180,000 views. Here you can see 44 videos. This channel is doing very, very well. It's the most popular video, 3 weeks old, with 1.3 million views. So you do this for quite a while. So you just want to continue doing this. In best case scenario, stuff that you're actually interested in. And then you actually go back to your YouTube homepage. And what you will see on your YouTube homepage is faceless video, faceless video, faceless video, faceless video, faceless video, faceless video, faceless video. So then you will see a bunch of faceless videos on your YouTube homepage, and you can now start using your YouTube homepage to do niche research. So what you will do is, if you have, for example, NextLev, you can literally scroll down, right, like this. Let me just scroll down a little bit. And this is why I say like NextLev is an amazing tool, and it's like 13 euros a month. So it's super, super cheap, and I'd highly recommend everyone to get it. So what you do is you can literally click here on filter, and then you can filter to like low subscriber channels like this, just as an example. And now NextLev is actually only going to show us the channels that have low subscribers. For example, this channel here, it's a war channel, but this channel is absolutely crushing it. Right? Low videos, low subscribers, and it's crushing it, right? And what you can do now with NextLev as well is you can go here to analytics, right? And then you can actually have a look at what is the RPM, what's the channel revenue. So here we can see $8 RPM. This isn't going to be too accurate because the channel literally just got monetized. But if we look, for example, let's look for a bigger channel, like for example, this channel here, we will now be able to see what the RPM is, how much this channel is making. This channel is actually also still pretty new, so I'm not 100% sure if it's going to show here, but let's actually have a look at a different kind of channel and let me show you. So let's say, for example, you see here's another channel that I don't know that YouTube literally just gave to me. So YouTube is literally giving us niches these days. So I'd highly recommend you guys to get next level, right? And to do this way of niche research. So here we have an account. It's not the biggest account, but it's already a bit older. So we can actually just go to analytics, and then let me just show you guys what this can do. It can even do like, I'll show you guys everything. So here, channel revenue, we can see how much this channel is making a month. We can see the views, the RPM, the top geographies, the age and gender. We can literally see everything, and we can get so much more data, which would again give us a competitive advantage over our competitors. All right. So this is still loading. Hopefully it doesn't load too long, but this is the exact process we went through with Isabel as well to find the niche she's currently in. So here we can see this channel has a $8 RPM and made $2,200 in the last 30 days. So if this would be something you would be fine with this amount, then you could jump into this niche. Then we can also click here on similar channels if we want to look for competitor channels, and it will literally look for similar channels, as you guys can see here. These are all similar channels to this exact same channel, all right? They can literally analyze the whole channel for you, everything, give you guys what the viewers like, what they don't like, everything, which is going to be very, very helpful when you're coming up with your content strategy. And then you have like here niche overview, where it's going to give you all of the viral videos of the niche, all of these things. But yeah, this is basically how you do niche research and how you can find thousands of niches on your YouTube homepage. One of the best ways to do niche research, if you ask me. So here's another one that I didn't know. Okay, I know this one. But let's have a look. Here should also be one I don't know. Okay, it's not a faceless channel, but yeah, YouTube is pushing out small channels like crazy on the YouTube homepage at this current stage. All right, so now I would say let's get to the next point. So now we know how to do niche research. Now we need to kind of build the channel foundation and the whole branding, right? There's a specific way how we do it. So for the channel name, we kind of look for something that is relevant to the niche, all right? So this can be a simple, and then we do like a simple icon. So it is okay if it is AI generated. So you can actually generate logos and stuff with ChatGPT these days, all right? It's really not that difficult. You can just ask it like, hey, generate me this and this logo, and it's gonna do that. Then a clean banner, just 3 to 6 words describing what exactly you're going to post. This can also just be, for example, your channel name, something like that, or just the image, all right? Sometimes I don't even add a channel banner in the beginning, especially when we're just testing a channel, which I'll get into later on as well. Then we add a very strong channel description with keywords, right? And for the description, we have a specific formula. So line 1, what exactly we are going to post about. Line 2, upload expectations. This is not a must, but I like to add it. In the end of the day, we're just trying to make our YouTube channel look as much as possible as a human channel, not an AI channel. Then for line 3, we just put some contact details. Then line 4, if you need it, if you're on inside a niche where you, for example, have AI characters or stuff like that, you kind of just want to add a little disclaimer. Then also add social media links. So what we like to do these days to kind of show YouTube like, hey, this channel is run by a human. This is a real person running this channel. We like to open up a bunch of different social media profiles and link them to our channel. So, you know, that just adds a little bit more of authority to our channel. All right. So this is kind of the channel foundation and how you set your channel up, right? Let's go to the next point. Then we actually come to one of the most important points, which is the content strategy. And this is also something we completely do together, right? So if we work together, we completely do the content strategy and everything together. So make sure to go ahead and book your free call with me right now. So what we look at is competitors already show what works, right? YouTube's algorithm rewards proven formats. So we don't go ahead and completely reinvent the wheel. We literally look at, hey, what works? What can we replicate? And where can we add our own little twist? Then shortest path to growth is modeling winners and not guessing. We have so many people that come to us, especially to me for coaching, and they kind of come up with their video topics using ChatGPT and stuff like that, right? Or just one-on-one copying competitors. And that's going to be very, very difficult for you to succeed with YouTube if you do exactly that. Then our goal is to build a content strategy based entirely on data and not just what we think is going to work. All right. This is very important. Very important. The reason why 99.9% of people fail is because they do stuff based on what they think is going to work, right? You should always work from data. Like collect data, take the extra time, sit down, do research, and try to understand and collect the data to then do the correct things. All right. Then competitor research list. So number one is the video length. So identify the top 5 to 10 videos in that specific niche. Record the average runtime. Note, is it better when the videos are longer? Is it better when they're shorter? We'll get into that a bit later. But record the average runtime of the videos in the niche. Okay, this is going to be very important later on. Okay, then for the video structure and style, how do they actually open their video? Like, do they have a specific clip in the beginning, like maybe a movie clip? How exactly do they open their video? Do they have like a joke in the beginning? How exactly does the video open? This is extremely important because this is kind of the thing that keeps the viewer watching. And if you can replicate that from your competitor channel and maybe make it even better, people are going to stay on your video, right? Then we look at the pacing and the whole rhythm of the video. Is it like very fast cuts? Is it a slow documentary? How exactly is the video looking? Then for the voice style, is it AI, human? Is it like a deep voice? Does the voice have an accent? Like all of these things we really need to always look at because we kind of want to give the viewer what they already like watching. All right. So if they have, for example, American accent as a voice accent, as a voiceover artist, we are going to look for something like that too, right? Because that is what the viewer already likes. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. Then visual format, what do they use? Do they use B-roll, like gameplay? Maybe some niches actually use gameplay, then stock footage or animations. What exactly do they use and what editing patterns do they have? Do they have transitions? On what transitions? Captions, effects? Like, do they pull up text here and there? Do they have animations here and there? How exactly, what specific patterns do we see in the editing style? Then for the thumbnails, what colors do they use? Do they use faces or no faces? A very important number of elements. So in most cases, it's a super good thumbnail. In most cases, has round about 3 elements. All right. If you look at the thumbnail of most of these bigger YouTubers, like for example, Mr. Beast, you'll always see 3 elements. Does this mean that this style of thumbnail will work for every single niche? 100% no. Right. There are videos that actually blew up that literally have like thousands of, not thousands, but like, let's say for example, 20 words in their thumbnail. Right. So this is something you always have to study for your niche as well. And then for the style consistency across their channel, is there like a style consistently? Like, do they have the same style of thumbnail over and over and over again? If yes, that's a really good sign. Because it's easier to kind of replicate what is exactly working because we know that this and this specific thumbnail style is working in the niche. Then what their top performers have in common. So what exactly do their top performers? You will see on many channels that it's either like a similar topic or a similar title style or a similar thumbnail style. Something will always, in most cases, be very similar between the top videos on a channel. Then the posting frequency, how many videos do they post a week? And do they batch the content? So can you actually, let's say, for example, create like 7 videos at once and schedule them out, and are the uploads seasonal or consistent? Very important. Can you not last year, but 2024, we, for example, went into the politics niche, into the US election stuff. Now that was, for example, seasonal, right? It's not something that works right now anymore. Yes, politics still works, but that specific topic we were posting about doesn't work now anymore, right? Then we have, for example, other stuff like, for example, history. That's very consistent, right? Then video performance, which videos blew up, which videos flopped. and what themes are repeated across their winners. Very important to know, because this is something we're going to double down on later on, right? Then we want to turn these findings into our strategy. Here are just some of our rules. So rule, aim for 1.5x the average competitive video length. All right. Why long? Let me explain why. So YouTube obviously wants to make money, right? Now, the video that is going to keep a viewer on YouTube for the longest amount of time is going to be the video that YouTube is going to push more, right? So example, if your competitor's average video is 8 minutes, we want to make 12-minute videos, because again, we are going to be able to keep someone on YouTube for a longer period of time. Then for the video style strategy, use competitor openings as inspiration, match their pacing model, so either fast, medium, or documentary slow, keep visual format consistent with the niche, then use better B-roll or cleaner AI visuals to stand out, follow their structural beats, but improve clarity and storytelling. These two here are some of the most important things when it comes to YouTube automation or YouTube in general, but most people skip them. Most people don't really look at storytelling at all, right? These are very important. Then for the thumbnail strategy, very simple rule, match competitor thumbnails very closely, but not as simple as possible, but as similar as possible. That is very important, because we already know that style of thumbnails is working and is getting our competitors views over and over and over again, okay? Then keep the same color palettes, same layout, styles, similar levels of contrast, similar emotional expression and tension, right? Very important as well. Emotional stuff in thumbnails is going like crazy. Reason YouTube already trained the audience to click this style of content. We do not want to reinvent the wheels. We replicate what viewers already respond to. Okay, so we don't guess and stuff like that. Okay, then for the posting frequency, very simple. We match our competitor posting frequency one-on-one. If they post 2 times a week, we post 2 times a week. If they post daily, we post daily. Why? Frequency sets the expectation for your niche. The outcome is very simple. We iterate into the content rhythm. YouTube already rewards. Okay. Then for the strategy summary, just very quickly to kind of just recap all of that. Video length, 1.5 times the competitive average. Then video structure, modeled after the top 3 top performing channels or even videos. Here we have it. For the thumbnails, nearly identical style to top performers. Posting frequency, and not the exact same thumbnail, but just the style should be the same, right? Posting frequency, same as niche leaders, iteration, review, analytics, weekly, and adjust. Okay, so this is kind of it for the content strategy. Like I said, this whole thing we completely do with you guys. So if you're interested in that, make sure to book your call right now. Then we obviously come next to the content creation team, which we actually provide you guys with. So we give you guys teams. Yes, but you have 3 options when it comes to approaching a content creation team. So either you do it yourself, you do the hybrid method, or you fully outsource it. Let's just quickly go over, the pros and cons for each. Now, if you want to do the content yourself, that's completely fine. Isabel is doing all the content herself, right? She's really, really hardworking doing all the content herself. So it's 100% possible to also start without a team. All right. So if you do it yourself, advantages are that you basically have absolutely no costs. It's 100% profit. You learn new skills and you have full control over the channel, right? The disadvantages are that it's not really scalable, that it's extremely time consuming, and learning takes time. And without you, there's no money, right? So as far as I know, Isabella is currently, for example, traveling. Now she currently can't really create any content. Right? But she's only traveling like for 2 days. So that's completely fine. She's back tomorrow. And then we're also going to record the case study for you guys. Then we have the hybrid method. The advantages for that is very low costs. You do only what you enjoy. So you literally, if you like video editing, you only edit the videos. If you like scripting, you only script the videos. So you still have more control. The disadvantages though are that it is only partially scalable. It's very time consuming. Some capital is required, and without you, there is no income. All right. So yes. Then we have fully outsourced. So advantages are very simple. Not time consuming at all because you don't have to create the videos yourself. Extremely scalable, still over 80% profit margin. You have absolute time freedom. You have experienced freelancers which you're working with, which we actually provide you guys with. Then without you, you still have an income, and disadvantages require some initial capital. All right. So this is kind of the system on where or what you can do. You can literally decide yourself. We would work with all of these. I don't mind if you do the content yourself as long as you're actually posting, right? Then where do we actually hire these people? So the thumbnail designer, we hire them from X, Fiverr, Upwork, or Discord. I can tell you that for the thumbnail designer, X and Upwork would be the best, probably Discord as well. I have to be very honest, I haven't hired so much from Discord, but I know that a lot of people are using Discord actively to hire people. Then we have here a script writer. Where do we hire them? So Upwork or Discord. Something I can also tell you, you can also just use ChatGPT. Right, you can also just use ChatGPT to kind of not to hire, but to write the script with AI. Voiceover artists, we can use Fiverr or ElevenLabs. I would, to be honest, really say like just use AI for the voiceovers, especially if you're just starting out. Then we also have here GenAIPro, which is quite cheap. So it's kind of a cheap ElevenLabs, which you can check out, will also be linked in the video description. For the video editor, this is something we can't really outsource to AI, or I wouldn't do it. There are some good alternatives where you can actually do it. Maybe some of you guys have heard of VidRush. That's super, super good. I've tested it out, but I would recommend you guys to, in the beginning, especially like just go with a video editor. I don't think that VidRush is even open for the public yet. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, for video editor, we go to Upwork. Here you will find like editors who can do basic editing. You can find someone who does like a whole video for like $20 or something. Then you can also get them on X or on Discord. All right, on X you will find really good thumbnail designers. Then for channel managers, right? So I kind of went through this whole process yesterday with you guys, but for channel manager, you can either hire them from your friends, like from a group of friends, you can hire on Upwork, or you can use your existing team members to hire from there. All right. So you don't specifically always have to look for someone new. You can always just use your existing team members and hire maybe one of them, right? You already know the guys, but what is very important for channel managers is that it is someone who's actually, how do you say it? Like accountable. There we have the word. All right. Then for the niche testing, I follow this exact process with every single niche I go into to avoid spending money on videos that will never ever work. All right. Now, this is something that you will also see here on this channel, which I'll show you guys again in a second. But yeah, so first thing we do is we do niche research. Then we need an account. So we have a new account, a personal account, aged account, or pre-monetized account. A new account is just a brand new YouTube account that you can literally create right now. A personal account is an account that, you watch YouTube on. This could also be an account where you posted videos in the past, right? But quite a long ago, if it makes sense. Then we have aged accounts. These are just YouTube accounts that are very old, like from 2006 to 2009. And then we have pre-monetized accounts, which I would not recommend for someone just starting out. These are accounts that are already in the YouTube partnership program, all right? What you do then is once you have done your niche research, you chose your account, then you literally have to choose 5 to 10 video topics, all right? And then, so 5 to 10 video topics, and then you write the script with ChatGPT because we want to keep the video costs as low as just possible, especially if we are just starting out, all right? Then voiceover, we're going to use ElevenLabs or here GenAIPro. Then video editor, we're going to use a freelancer, which we're going to pay between $15 and $25 per video. Then a thumbnail designer, we can either hire a freelancer or we can just do it yourself. I like to do the thumbnails myself, especially if I'm just starting out, right? Then, very important, if we're going into the testing phase, it's very important that you focus on your length, right? That your length is 1.5 times longer, very important, than your competitor videos, all right? Otherwise, it's very difficult. Then for your thumbnails, they need to match the competitor thumbnails, all right? Not the exact same, but match them from the style, okay? As we've already discussed. For the thumbnail, for the title, same thing. We want to match our titles to the style of titles of our competitors, right? And if you have all of these correct, like 100% correct, like you need to be very, very strict with you here, then we can go to the next step, okay? Which would now be posting. So how this would work is we post, skip, post, skip, post, post, skip, post. Why do we post like this? We post like this to kind of avoid being flagged as an AI channel, all right? So that's why we post like this. You can have a different kind of rhythm if you want to. That's completely up to you. Then we have two different scenarios that can happen from here, all right? So either, and don't worry, I'll show you guys a real life example in a second. So either it blows up, right? And when this here happens, right? So we only post these 5 to 10 videos. And when this here happens, that's the only time we then continue to post, because otherwise we just, in most cases, waste a bunch of money on the channel. All right. So this year is the only time we continue to post. This in most cases takes 3 to 10 days. Okay. Now there is scenario 2 where literally nothing happens and you don't get any views. All right. The reasons for that in most cases is the niche, video topics, packaging, video length, or a bad channel. Always go back and try to understand why something did not work. No joke, always. Like if you don't go back and try to understand why something did not work, you're going to have an extremely difficult time to succeed on YouTube. All right. And in case of your channel failing, you just repeat this process. So you just go to niche research again, you repeat this process and you do this whole process again, right? You will see the exact same thing here. So we actually only posted 2 videos and we could already see this channel blowing up, right? If we posted 5 videos until here and nothing would have happened, we would have not continued with this channel. But due to us only posting 2 videos and this channel completely blew up, that's why we're now continuing to post videos to this channel. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Then step 6 is literally getting paid. So for this, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, something you can see on this channel, and this is like the crazy thing, this channel already has 20,000 subscribers and 100,000 hours of watch time. This is how fast it can go. This channel isn't even 20 days old. All right. And it only got approved for monetization yesterday, unfortunately. But that's fine. We're still going to make a bunch of money with that one. All right. Now, once you're monetized, on average, you get paid $5 per. Let me just, how do you open this up? Okay. On average, $5 per 1,000 views, which would mean you only need 2 million views to make $10,000 with your YouTube channel. So I'm very, very sure the channel that we started with Isabel is probably going to go to $10,000, $15,000 a month. Very, very fast. And this is only one of her channels, right? The most important thing, I always say, like, the most important thing, whatever you do, is take action. She only started with us on the 8th of December. All right. And she already has 2 different channels monetized. Why? Because she takes a bunch of action, which is one of the most important things. And the crazy thing is she was just like you. She was also just watching these YouTube videos. All right. But yeah, now other ways to get monetized are sponsorship deals, affiliate links, digital products, channel members, and paid communities, right? This is what I love so much about YouTube. There's so many different ways how you can actually monetize your videos or your channel, right? So yeah, keep in mind, if you're interested in getting the same results as Isabel, just check out the first link in the video description, book a free call with me and we'll have a look if I can actually help you get the same results or not. yeah, I'll see you then on the call, and I'll see you. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video.